I want to talk real quick because we're at that mid-season point in the competitive season right now, season 1 of competitive.
Platinum 2.
Phil, yeah, congratulations. I'm at gold 1 right now, edging into platinum 3, right? And I want to have a conversation. We need to be honest, Marvel Rivals fans. We need to be honest. If you stop climbing, it's for a reason. And it's not other people. Like, that's just where you belong. And we all need to just humble ourselves and say, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I belong. I'm still climbing, right? I know I'm still climbing. Phil, you're still climbing with me. You know, you and I are climbing together. I'll tell you, Phil, I'm getting close to my ceiling. I can feel it. It's just what it is, you know? Will I break into platinum? Yes. Will I get to platinum 1? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I'll tell you what else? Probably not getting into diamond. Because I don't got enough hours in the day to grind and get better at the game to the point to where I can get to diamond. I'm probably just not going to get there. And I need to, and me, as the player, need to take onus of that and just know, hey, that's fine. I'm still here to have fun with the game. And I don't base my own self-worth based around what a video game says how good or bad I am. And I'll remind you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you're in gold, you're already higher than like 75% of the player base. My question to you is, if you stop climbing, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Listen, there are 40 million active Marvel Rivals players, all right? There's 40 million of them. You're in the top 75 plus of them? Listen, there can only be 500 top players. Out of 40 million, your chances of hitting that top 500, non-existent. You're not gonna hit that.
No, I've never even thought about me being in the top 500.
Yeah, so. Like Grandmaster or whatever that rank is, Celestial, whatever that rank is, that's got to be.
I think it's one above all is the highest. I think.
That's got to be like top 5% of players. You think you're going to be in the top 5% of Marvel Rivals players out of
honestly
40 million?
I think it's lower than that. I think it's literally it's like top 1.
So here's the thing. If you get stuck in gold, if you get stuck in platinum, fuck it. If you get stuck in silver, be happy you are where you are and have fun with the video game. Take onus on yourself and just know, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what it is. And because this comes from a problem of my Overwatch days. Now, Connor, you and I have, or Phil too, of course. I don't know why I just said Connor because he's right here in front of me. Because we played in those Overwatch days. That's why. You and I have friends who are very good at multiplayer games. Very, very good. I'm talking one Fergus, who's often in the chat sometimes, or not as much as he used to be, but he used to be. And one Glenn, who they were undeniably better at us than Overwatch.
Overwatch
right?
fanatics.
Yeah, they were Overwatch fanatics. They put in 1,000 hours easily into Overwatch, right?
On like 2 consoles.
On multiple platforms, you know? And here's the thing. Every time Fergus jumps into a multiplayer game with him, or every time I jump into a multiplayer game with him, I always have fun, but I'm immediately launched into an elo I don't belong in. And I start having a bad time. This is why I stopped playing Valorant. Because I only played Valorant with Ferg, Glenn, and you, and a little bit Phil there, and Phil there at the end. I would just end up in elos and not perform as well, and I found myself not enjoying the game as much because I could not compete at that level, right? Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do you need to take onus and just admit, hey, I'm only in the top, I'm only, in the top 25% of players, and that's where I live. That's just where it is. You also need to take onus and be like, hey, if I got a friend who's better than me, I need to admit they're better than me. You know what? When I play with them, I need to take my ego and throw it out the door and just understand I'm going to have a rough couple of games, but I'm going to try my best to just have fun and have a good time.
Nice. So
I believe this came. I feel like this came about because we queued with one Mr. Jordan Stafford, who's another one of our friends who is in Grandmaster.
He is, and we played quick play, and we did find ourselves in games that of higher skill value than we did, but we were rolling dudes anyways. Like we were kicking ass,
I feel like we were still struggling.
Well, at the end of the day, Tavin's saying these
Phil,
things.
maybe I'm better than you.
Well, that's kind of the thing.
Hilarious.
Tavin's saying these things because that's how losers think. When you start thinking in that term, you admit defeat, and you'll never get better. That's definitive. Not definitive because that's how the universe works, but because the moment you're a quitter, you're a loser, you're pathetic, like this man here, is the moment you'll always be that. Because it's all about, first, a mindset.
That
of how
mindset's
well
only
are
okay if you get
going to be
paid to
good.
play video games.
No.
You
See,
don't
there
get
you
paid to
go.
play-
There you go.
you don't get paid to play
you
Marvel
get
Rivals.
paid for it to get this so good. Oh,
Because then it's
Tavin,
just
no.
recreational. If it's just recreational, don't get toxic just because you're not the best player in the world. That's all I'm saying.
No one's saying toxic. People are saying the ability to get better is determined
And
whether
don't
you're-
take it. Don't. Here's the thing. Stop putting your own self-worth, your self-value on a Marvel Rivals
Nope.
rank.
Nope.
Come on.
Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that. You need to keep doing that because it's the best way for how you compare yourself directly to other people, and you're inferior as a result of not losing to them. Everybody loses, but
Here's the
getting
thing,
into
Tavin.
the quitter
If
mentality,
I'm doing
like
well
Tavin
in the
is.
game, I'm doing well in life.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So don't think like him. Think as you've been thinking. Be toxic.
I mean,
Do as you please.
I'm doing well in the game. I'm not doing well in life.
Dude,
Jesus.
downer.
Hey, it is what it is. Heavy. Listen,
Moving right along.
why do you think I'm playing so much Marvel Rivals, man? I'm depressed.